guys, Jetta Code 43 here today with another car review for you. This is a 2020 Volkswagen Jetta R-Line with a 1.4 turbo 4-cylinder and a 6-speed manual. First, I'm going to do a walk around of the vehicle. We'll talk about the styling, some of the features, check out the trunk, check out under the hood, front seats, back seats, and take it for a drive. I apologize for the wind noise. So this Volkswagen Jetta style was new for 2019. It's on Volkswagen's MQB architecture or platform, shared with the GTI since 2016, shared with the new Atlas and Atlas Cross Sport and Tiguan. Basically all of Volkswagen's current vehicles besides the even the brand new Passat for 2020 are shared on the same platform. So the Passat's the only one that is not. So as far as styling goes, it took me a bit when I first saw how this car looked to get over its looks. How the headlights kind of blend into the grille. And I mean, it's an open, largemouth grille with a strange shape, honestly, to me. But it blends in all right with the headlights. There's integrated fog lights down below. The wheels are a nice dark gray metallic, which I'm a fan of. This color is Tornado Red. It's non-metallic, but it's a classic Volkswagen color dating back to the 80s. This car also has a giant sunroof, single pane, that moves outside the roof as opposed to moving into it. Shown here. Fully open. It also vents, opens up from the rear. Two-tone leatherette seating on the inside that is light gray and black. The rear end is a little more tidy, with the taillights thinning out as they move towards the center of the car. I believe these are fake exhaust tips at the back. Yes, most definitely. Exhaust is just on the left side, and it is twin tips. They both dump over there under the bumper. Main competitors would be Honda Civic, well, Chevrolet Cruze, even though that's now gone away. A couple other vehicles I'll list here. Next we'll go over the window sticker. So, 2020 Jetta 1.4T R-Line, 6-speed manual, Tornado Red, Storm Gray and black leatherette interior. Fuel economy is 30 city, 40 highway, 34 combined, which is stellar for its size. The car makes great use of space on the inside for being what would be a compact sedan. As far as options, really the only options are the auto-dimming rear view mirror, the auxiliary all-weather mats, and then scheduled maintenance and roadside assistance kit. But otherwise, this is a pretty inexpensive car. $24,399 is the final price. This is a car assembled in Mexico, in Puebla. You can see here the engine sourced from Brazil, the transmission, the manual comes from Germany. So now we'll check out the lights, sound of the doors as well. And the rear doors. Rear doors sound nice. Aha, they won't come on without the car being on, so let's fix that. As far as the key is concerned, it's pretty simple. Plastic, Volkswagen logo on one side. There's a plastic key on the inside for emergencies. And then simple lock, unlock, and trunk release and panic alarm. So the car has to be running in order for all the lights to come on, so we're going to check those out now. They are full LED headlights. LED daytime running lights down below here, which are freaking out on the camera. Incandescent signals, incandescent fog lights. They look good, and I'm sure they're amazing at night. It's really sunny now. The taillights are full LED. Brake lights and turn signals function together. Reverse lights are here on the inside. Rear view camera right here on the trunk. Check out the trunk, which is electronic release right there. It is actually quite large. Like I can't even touch the seats. It's that far away. And you have seat releases right here and here to dump the back seats. Granted, it didn't actually quite fall, but they are released. Take a quick look under the hood. It's barking at me because, attention, the engine is running, it says. Volkswagen's 1.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder, which is 150 horsepower, and I believe 160 pound-feet of torque, but I will write it on here. This car still has a hood prop. Runs pretty quiet. You're hearing direct injection mainly. Coolant, oil dipstick in the top of the valve cover. Interesting, never seen anything like that before. That's cool. Fluid, ECU, and fuse box, and washer fluid. Has this nice, easy release for the hood. Okay, check out the inside. Okay, so gauges are nice and clearly laid out. They're quite large, very easy to read. They have this cool red accenting on the back of them. There's a simple info screen in the middle. You can look at instant economy, oil temp, speed warning, current speed, average speed, distance traveled, travel time, how far you can go on a tank, and average fuel economy. Steering wheel is a nice clean design Volkswagen's been using for a couple of years, but I'm guessing this R-Line has this flat bottom. The R-Line is basically the top level trim apart from the GLI, but all base Jettas that are not GLIs come with this 1.4-liter engine, which I think is changing to a 1.5 for next year. I also noticed, so light controls are down here. And then you also have your gas door release and trunk release here on the door. I haven't actually witnessed a Volkswagen with that, so that's cool. Simple door controls, heated mirrors if you turn this all the way around, but they also come on with the rear defroster. Volkswagen's current infotainment system is pretty darn good. It's off right now, so it shows a clock, but it is a shiny screen, which is kind of difficult to deal with. But it looks great. It has CarPlay and Android Auto. It's quick to respond. Yeah, it's nice. All the climate controls are down here. It is technically an automatic system, dual zone, All hard buttons all the way around, which is nice. It has a push button start right here, electronic handbrake, and then it is a 6-speed manual. Decently large cup holders, nice and deep with grippers on the sides. Center armrest is quite large. It's not movable in any way, shape, or form like some cars from Volkswagen use. I realize here's an eco mode, which probably slows down throttle response as well. If I push it, driving mode eco, driving mode normal. Okay, well, good to know. Climate vents are here right in the middle and out to the sides as per normal. They're blended in pretty nicely. The fit and finish is really quite good in this car. Incandescent lighting on the inside, that's okay. Sunroof control is right here. Fully automatic opening and closing. Manual sunshade, which works nicely, but is not technically completely opaque. Visors have sliding mirrors with lights in them. They are sliders. I always appreciate that. There is actually a sunglass cubby with a sunroof. That's the first time I've seen that in a Volkswagen, and it makes me happy. Large glove box, good damper on it. Sounds good, doesn't feel too cheap. The seat design, they're firm but comfortable, typical German. I'm a big fan. They're long on the bottom. They actually have really good thigh support for me. I'm long-legged. I'm 5'10" with the legs of a 6'2" person. And they are two-tone. The back seats look roomy enough. I'm sure the center armrest has a cup holder in it. I guess I'll go demonstrate that quickly. Yes, I know. The engine is running. So I'm going to sit behind myself. Oh, wow. Lock the seats back in place. I have mountains of space right behind myself, which is amazing. I'm impressed. Yep, center armrest with cup holders. There are no climate control vents in the rear of this car, but there is seat back storage on one side. Door pockets are large enough for a bottled drink or maybe a cup as well. That's really about it. When you're closed in here, it's not too claustrophobic. You have corner windows right here. And then your map lights right up top. That's really all there is to cover for the moment. Here's a little view of the front from the back seat. It's a really large car for its small size. Now we're going to get it out for a drive. Just wanted to add that the windows are quick to move and they're all fully automatic, up or down, which is a nice touch. The mirror itself is auto dimming and has a compass built into it, which is nice, and there's a home link on the bottom of it. All right, now we're gonna go for a drive. The parking brake is off, and off we go. Nice quick throttle response in the bottom of first gear. Seems like pretty good torque to get off the line. Really long gears, actually. Put the window up for that. Much better. Really long gears. This car also has a reverse camera, which I'll show you in a minute when I can pull into a parking lot. Airflow out of the HVAC system is really quite good. It seems to adapt to temperature pretty quickly. The ride quality is really good. It's quite quiet in here for how cheap of a car this is. Like I said, this is under $25,000 and has most of the options you'd already want. It has heated seats in it too. I'm cruising along on 4th gear at 50 and still only doing 2,000 RPM. In 6th, I'm at 1400. It's crazy low. We're gonna pull in here quick for rear camera demonstration. The handling is stellar in these cars. The steering response is awesome, very quick. I love it. Okay, reverse is push down, left and up. You instantaneously get your camera here. Nice, easy to modulate clutch. Even though it has an electronic throttle, it's pretty easy to use. The camera stays on for a second till you're off in your direction going forwards again. All right, now we're gonna get out and try and do a little acceleration test. Handling's great, love it. Love how it feels. No traction control to turn off in this car unless it's buried in the infotainment system, which it might be. I stalled it. Must have a cutoff down low. Okay, here we go. So 70 miles an hour, it's still under 2,000 RPM. The road noise is really quiet. The wind noise is really quiet. I've had a couple of Volkswagens in the past, and I've always been impressed with their newer products, for sure. Dashboard design is flat and clean. I mean, yeah, it may be mostly plain black in here, but having the two-tone on the seats is pretty nice. Stellar fuel economy to come out of this. And I mean, it's not a fast car. That 0 to 60 was probably somewhere right around 10 seconds. So, you know, older economy car kind of speed, but average enough to keep up with modern traffic, which is fine. So the 2020 VW Jetta R-Line. Pretty great to drive. Not exactly very fast, but that's okay. The road holding is excellent. The powertrain is great. The gearbox shifts pretty nicely, though it's a little bit fussy when it's cold. It's not very cold today. It's 75 degrees, but you know, when you first start the car is all I'm talking about. Cruises along really nicely. I mean, this would be a great highway commuter. Probably would get every bit of that 40 miles to the gallon, which would be fantastic. Absolutely monstrous back seat space for, you know, my kid. I got an 11-month-old who's still in a rear-facing child seat, obviously, so he'd have no issue fitting in back there. Got some rough roads coming up here. We'll see how the car takes to it. Other than that, though, not a lot whole else to say. Really enjoying the car, and, you know, I kind of hope that more manufacturers want to stick to making sedans, though I know that won't be the case. It's unfortunate, because sedans are cheap fun, you know? This is kind of like what it'd be like to buy a 90s Corolla nowadays. It's cheap, it's fun, and I imagine some sort of tune, some computer flash on that engine would really wake it up. I'm not sure what kind of power is possible out of it, but I'll look into it and see what's possible. So, all right. Anyway, I like how it sounds. It's happy. The long gear ratios are a bit of a put off, but it's interesting. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know that you enjoyed it if you watch this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and suggest other vehicles to check out or other things for me to change. And we'll see you next time.